What is the fastest way to lose yourself in a relationship? It doesn't happen overnight with a massive fight or a sudden breakup. It happens quietly, a single compromise at a time. Until one day, you look in the mirror and you have absolutely no idea who is looking back at you. Meet Maya and Julian. When they first met, Maya was a force of nature. She was a talented, independent landscape photographer who loved hiking into the mountains to capture the first rays of dawn. She was vibrant, loud, and deeply passionate. Julian was a successful corporate executive. He was charming, structured, and liked things exactly the way he wanted them. He was drawn to Maya's wild, free spirit. At first, it felt like a perfect balance. Her warmth softened his cold world, and his stability gave her a sense of security. They married after 2 years of dating, but shortly after the wedding, a subtle shift began to occur. In our videos at Strong Marriage Secrets, we often talk about the importance of maintaining your personal identity. A healthy marriage is not two halves becoming one. It is two whole people walking side by side. But Maya didn't know how to protect her whole. It started with small things. Julian didn't like the mud she tracked into the house after her photography trips. Maya, honey, do you have to go out every single weekend? It feels like we never just sit together. Can't you do your photography closer to home? Maya wanted to be a supportive wife. She wanted Julian to feel loved, so she started turning down weekend shoots. Then she stopped going to the mountains altogether. She traded her hiking boots for running errands for Julian's corporate dinners.
It's just a small adjustment. Marriage is about compromise, right? If it makes him happy, it's worth it.
But Maya didn't realize that every time she made a compromise to keep the peace, she was chipping away at the very thing Julian had fallen in love with. She was trading her passion for his comfort. The real warning sign came during their 3rd anniversary. Maya's former mentor reached out to her with a life-changing opportunity.
A prestigious local gallery wanted to feature a solo exhibition of her mountain landscapes. It was the dream she had chased for a decade. Excited, Maya prepared a special dinner to tell Julian the news. She imagined him lifting her up, celebrating her success. But when she told him, the room went incredibly cold. Julian set his glass down. He didn't smile. He didn't congratulate her. A solo gallery show? Maya, that takes months of preparation. You'll be in the dark room all night. We have the company gala next month, and I need you there. When do you think we will have time for us? Maya felt the breath leave her lungs. Julian didn't forbid her from doing the show. He was too smart for that. Instead, he made her feel guilty. He framed her dream as a threat to their marriage. And as Maya looked at the invitation in her hand, she felt a heavy, terrifying uncertainty. Should she choose her dream or her husband's happiness? What happened next was a slow, painful descent. Maya didn't tell the gallery no right away, but she didn't say yes either. She stalled.
Maybe I can do both. I'll wake up at 4 a.m., work on my photos, and still have Julian's dinner ready by 6 p.m.
She tried to be the perfect wife and the ambitious artist, but the stress began to take its toll. Maya stopped sleeping. The vibrant spark in her eyes faded into dark circles. But then, Julian noticed she was still working on her photography. One evening, she came home to find her home studio completely rearranged. Her cameras, her lenses, and her print developer were packed into cardboard boxes in the corner of the garage. Julian had converted her art room into a sleek, modern home gym for himself. Surprise, honey! I know you've been so stressed lately, so I cleared the clutter. You don't need to push yourself with that gallery stuff anymore. I've got us covered financially. You can just focus on relaxing. It was wrapped in the language of care, but it felt like a prison sentence. He called her passion clutter. He called her identity stress. Maya felt a surge of panic. She wanted to scream, but instead,
She just nodded. She let him take the room. A few weeks later, Julian's company gala arrived. Maya sat at a table filled with corporate executives and their spouses. One of Julian's colleagues looked at Maya and asked, "So, Maya, Julian says you used to do photography. What do you do with your time now?" Maya opened her mouth to speak, but her mind went completely blank. What did she do now? She didn't take photos. She didn't hike. She spent her days managing Julian's schedule, keeping Julian's house clean, and adjusting to Julian's lifestyle. She looked down at her hands. The calluses from her hiking trips were gone. Her skin was soft, manicured, and completely unrecognizable to her. But the final straw came when she overheard Julian talking to his boss at the bar.
"Oh, Maya is wonderful. She used to be quite wild, but I've managed to settle her down. She's exactly the wife I need now. Exactly the wife I need now." Not the woman he loved, the woman he had managed to mold. The room began to spin. Maya stood up from the table. She didn't make a scene. She quietly walked out of the gala, into the cool night air. She drove home in complete silence. When she arrived, she didn't go to the bedroom. She walked straight into the cold, dark garage. She looked at the cardboard boxes in the corner. Her life packed away like old memories. She opened the first box. She pulled out her favorite camera. It felt heavy in her hands. Then she did something she hadn't done in years. She loaded the battery, walked out into the backyard, and looked through the viewfinder. But when she looked through the lens, she couldn't find a single thing she wanted to capture. Her creativity was dead. Her vision was gone. Just then, the garage door opened. Julian walked in, still wearing his tuxedo. His face was a mixture of annoyance and disbelief. "Maya, what are you doing? You just walked out of the most important dinner of my career. Do you have any idea how bad that makes me look?"
You said you settled me down, Julian. You told your boss you fixed me.
I was bragging about how much you've grown. You aren't that erratic girl anymore. You're a stable, supportive partner.
No, Julian. I'm not a partner. I'm a ghost. You didn't fall in love with me. You fell in love with a blank canvas that you could paint your own life onto. And I let you do it because I thought that's what a good wife does.
She held up the camera, her hands shaking, her voice breaking with years of suppressed pain.
I gave up my mornings. I gave up my art. I gave up my space. And the terrifying part isn't that you took it from me, Julian. It's that I handed it to you. But I am not giving you another piece.
Maya didn't stay to hear Julian's excuses. That very night, she loaded her boxes into her car. She didn't drive to a fancy hotel. She drove straight toward the mountains.
The separation was painful. Julian sent emails pleading with her to come back, promising to give her the studio back, promising to change. But Maya knew that the problem wasn't just Julian. It was her own lack of boundaries. She had to learn how to stand on her own 2 feet before she could ever walk beside someone else again. It took Maya 2 full years of intense healing. She went back to the mountains. She picked up her camera again. The first few photos she took were terrible, blurry, uninspired, and raw. But they were hers. Today, Maya's solo exhibition hangs in that very gallery she once stalled on. She and Julian finalized their divorce. It wasn't a bitter ending, but a necessary one. Julian learned that you cannot control the person you love without killing the very thing that made them beautiful. And Maya learned that love should never require you to disappear. At Strong Marriage Secrets, we want you to hear this loud and clear. The fastest way to lose yourself in a relationship is to confuse self-sacrifice with love. Compromise is healthy. It's the glue that holds a marriage together. But there is a massive difference between compromising on where you eat dinner and compromising on who you are. If your partner requires you to silence your passions, minimize your dreams, or pack away your identity to make the relationship work, that isn't a partnership. It's a takeover. True love expands who you are. It never shrinks you. If you were in Maya's position, would you have left the marriage immediately, or would you have stayed to see if Julian could truly change? And to anyone listening, have you ever felt yourself slipping away in a relationship? Let's support each other in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Strong Marriage Secrets for more strategies on keeping your relationship and yourself strong.